my students have done art projects with our senior friends. We've sang songs, we've played games, we've made kites, you name it, and they've done it. And we are so thankful that we have such a great partner in Martin Luther Campus. And I must also say our principal, Joan Mayland, regrets that she's not able to be here to recognize Sally as well. So, Sally, would you like to come forward?
I am honored to be here tonight representing Martin Luther Campus. I would like to thank Superintendent Fujitaki, Board Chair Steigoff, and the board members, Principal Indian Mounds Elementary School, Joan Mayland for the nomination, and of course, fifth grade teacher from Indian Mound, Sean Conrady, and my partner in crime. I also want to give a special thanks to Luke Jenkins, my coworker, who is the marketing and sales consultant for Ebenezer Management Services, for his support and for being here tonight. Little did we know 31 years ago that this intergenerational program would be so successful. Over the years, residents have said how much they enjoy having the students from Indian Mounds come over to visit them. It's a joy for us as staff members to see the smiles on our residents' faces. As an example, Burdine says, having the students come to visit is great. It's like having grandchildren here. I am looking forward to having the students again here this year. I am sure they enjoy it too. And Mike says, the energy the kids generate is uplifting to residents. When they are here, it's a happening. There is no fear. They aren't afraid to be with old people in wheelchairs. I don't participate in a lot of things, but intergenerational programs are a must. Residents and staff alike look so forward to having Mr. Conrady's class with us each month. I have a new volunteer, and her name is Ruth. She's currently a 10th grader at Kennedy High School. When asked why she chose Martin Luther Campus for her volunteer work, she said because she remembered her experiences in visiting the residents as a 5th grader in Mr. Conrady's class. In addition to our partnership with Indian Mounds, we also partner with the Bloomington Schools Work Study Program, in which high school students from Jefferson and Kennedy work with an on-site job coach to prepare them for future employment. Our summers are spent with the Galaxy Middle School program, with students and residents enjoying the company of one another at the annual sock hop dance in June, and at Martin Luther's County Fair in August. Next summer, students of the Galaxy program and residents of Meadowwoods Assisted Living on the Martin Luther campus will partner with the Alzheimer's Poetry Project to create poetry together. And that's an opportunity that's made possible by the Metropolitan Regional Arts Council. So we're looking forward to that. And I want to express our sincere thank you on behalf of the residents and the staff at Martin Luther Campus for this wonderful Friends of Bloomington's Public Schools Award. So thank you so very much.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Lights On After School. I think Mr. Director Bergstrom is going to read the resolution for us.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Be it resolved, the School Board of Independent School District 271 approves the attached proclamation declaring the week of October 8, 2018 as a Lights On After School Week, the 19th annual national celebration of after-school programs.
Second. All right, guess I'll read the proclamation before we vote on it here. Lights On After School Week. Whereas the Bloomington School Board stands firmly committed to quality out-of-school time, programs, and opportunities because they provide safe, challenging, engaging, and fun learning experiences to help children and youth develop social, emotional, physical, cultural, and academic skills. Support working families by ensuring their children are safe and productive after the regular school day ends. Build stronger communities by involving our students, parents, business leaders, and adult volunteers in the lives of our young people, thereby promoting positive relationships among children, youth, families, and adults. engage families, schools, and diverse community partners in advancing the welfare of our children. Whereas the Youth and Family Department has provided significant leadership in the area of community involvement in education and well-being of our youth, grounded in the principle that quality out-of-school time programs are key to helping our children become successful adults. Whereas Lights On After School, a national celebration of out-of-school time programs, promotes the critical importance of quality before and after school programs in the lives of children, their families, and their communities. Therefore, be it resolved that the Bloomington School Board declares the week of October 8th, 2018, Lights On After School Week, and be it further resolved that the Bloomington School Board enthusiastically endorses Lights On After School and is committed to innovative out-of-school time programs and activities that ensure the lights stay on and the doors stay open for all children before and after school. So, we'll vote, but I'm going to have you guys come up to the podium to accept it in just a minute. So all in favor of approving this resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. So this is Kurt Christensen and Pat Koch from coming up to receive the award. Proclamation.
Do we have to do anything?
Congratulations. You guys want to say something? You can.
The Lights On After School is a national event that goes on across the country to celebrate after-school programming and also promote things that are going on in communities. So we, as a part of the community ed department, put on this event as sort of a way for us to be able to promote all the different things that are out there for families so that they know what's going on and providing a fun night for the families. So Kurt's going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing this year.
All right, so this year we're doing something a little bit different. We are actually going to attempt to have an outdoor movie, and we're going to be on the south lawn of Oak Grove Elementary. We'll be watching Monsters, Inc. We also have some glow-in-the-dark, like kind of carnival type games that will be happening kind of outside the school from like 6:30 to 7. And then we'll have the movie that will start at like 7 o'clock and go till probably about 8:30 or so. In addition, we also have free concessions for the families and just some different entertainment along the way. The other thing that we have too is we kind of teamed up with our Oak Grove Elementary PTA, and they're helping us run some of the event, and they also have their book fair open that night until 8 o'clock. So if families want to come in and buy some books, that'd be great too. And it should be a really good time. We do have a backup in the Oak Grove Middle Auditorium if weather is too cold or rainy. But we are crossing our fingers for a good night, and we are looking forward to it. Thank you.
Do we have students that are here for a government class this evening? Yes? Okay. So, a requirement of our 12th grade government classes is to observe a governmental meeting of some sort. Things that they may attend are city council meetings, school board meetings, courtroom proceedings, etc. The social studies curriculum guide identifies essential standards, one of which is to understand the role and influence of political processes and organizations by examining the role of interest groups, think tanks, the media, and public opinion on the political process and public policy formation. So if you would like to come forward now and say the name of your school and the name of your teacher to the podium right here. And then at the close of session, or 1 hour, whichever is shorter, you can ask for a signature on the agenda from any of the cabinet members, which looks like it's Mr. Melby over here tonight. Okay?
We are from Thomas Jefferson High School, and our teacher is Daniel Storleen.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Rena Machuku.
And my name is Trinice McAfee.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the school board on an item that is not on the agenda? Okay, moving on to, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Did you, do we have any names or anything? I'm sorry, what?
They'll say their name when they come up.
Huh?
They'll say their name when they come up. That's what
Okay,
she said.
you want to come up to the podium? Do you have the sheet on how long or anything? No? Okay.
My name is Charlotte Ruzigar, and my husband Said Ruzigar. And it's an issue that we wanted to address that's going on with a teacher in Olson Middle School.
Okay. 1 minute. First of all, I can't hear you. I don't know if that's, and we just want to make sure that you understand that you get about 2 minutes' time
Okay,
and that the board does not respond to anything.
okay,
Oh, and yeah, and you cannot say anyone's name or anything that would identify them, like you can't say they are such and such a teacher at such and such a building or such and such a parent at whatever, so.
so I can't bring up the issue with with the specific teacher?
You can.
Is that what you're saying, or the school?
That's David for clarification.
I'm sorry, what?
David for clarification.
Really?
Mr. Holman, they can't say the name?
Yeah, you can talk about your issues. It's just that when you bring up a staff member's name, you run the risk of slander and libel and.
Okay. Should I do it now, or should I wait?
Well, right now, this is
This is
on
my 2
camera.
minutes?
This is on camera, so you realize that it's public then.
Yeah.
And so that's why you wouldn't want to bring up anybody's
Okay.
personal name. So you can talk to now for your 2 minutes, or you can meet with the superintendent
I'll be happy to meet with you.
afterwards, if that's,
Okay, do you want to meet afterwards then?
No, I want to say on the record, I would like to meet with them also.
Okay. Our issue is with a teacher in one of the schools that called our daughter out as a transgender and referred to her as a he, she, and a boy. And this has been devastating to our daughter. She doesn't want to go to school anymore. It was one of the middle schools. He did it in front of other kids, and it has been absolutely devastating. It degraded her, humiliated her, embarrassed her in every sense of the word. She is a 13-year-old little girl, and this has been something that has been absolutely horrifying for her. And this is not the first incident for this teacher. It has been something that has been published in the city pages for him, that he has done to other kids. There's been many other issues with this teacher, and I just want to make sure that this is going to be something that's dealt with. I think it's been something that's been pushed under the rug, and I've contacted other parents that were in this article, and they've had a very similar issue, and it's something that we have a non-bullying issue here in this district, and I think this is something, I don't know if it just covers the kids that can't bully, or is it the teachers too? The teachers can't bully the children. I think this is very unfair, and it's literally ruined my daughter's life. She has a hard time going to school now. And this sleeping, going to bed, she's crying every night. And I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. This is something that, this isn't what a teacher should be, and it needs to be addressed, and that's why we came here tonight.
Yeah, and when we started the school at Olson,
sir, you're going to have to speak in the microphone. We can't hear.
when we started a school in middle school at Olson, we have been told that they have a zero tolerance policy for bullying. I didn't know it would end with a student. I didn't know that this not include the teacher. So if the student cannot bully, why shouldn't the teacher? So that's our concerns are. So if the teacher can get away with it, I'm sure the student would gravitate to students also.
And we'll meet with you afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Any other business to come before the board that's not on the agenda? All right. Seeing none, we'll move on to the consented actions. Is there a motion to move the consent actions forward?
I'll move Part A.
Second?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to board member reports this evening. go first?
I'll wait till next time.
Okay. No one?
I have some.
Go ahead, Jackie.
I did go down to the Capitol about a week and a half ago and really enjoyed being a part of the hearing. It was on special education and what is the state doing that is what requirements does the state have that are over and above what the federal is, and the amount of paperwork that it is causing and recording for the teachers that keeps them away from really serving the students. And so there was a presentation given by two teachers that are also on staff in the St. Croix School District, and they did an excellent presentation about the process and what it takes for that. And also there were representatives from PACER as well as from the Minnesota Department of Education. So I hope to go to some more hearings. I think it's good for me to be aware of what they're talking about and what other districts are saying. I think our district has been progressive and working towards our own way of dealing with the paperwork issue, and so I think we're supportive of our teachers. Also had an opportunity to go with Dick to the Minnesota School Board Association Coffee and Conversation. It was up in Mounds View. It was a little trek, but it was well worth it, and a great time of networking and hearing concerns that other districts have, and finding, just some really good common themes and things that are working that were also interesting. Oh, one more thing. I also went to the Area Metro School Board Association meeting last Friday morning, and Les was there. It was another great place of networking. I was one of the first to come and the last to leave, and just because I kept meeting neat people. But we also had a chance to listen to the two gubernatorial candidates, Tim Walz and Jeff Johnson. And I think what's very unique this year in our gubernatorial candidates is that they both have a background in education, and they do have some good insights. So, no matter who gets in, I think that's going to be beneficial.
Okay. Anybody else over here? No? No? Nobody else? Okay, well, sure, I know. Well, I have just a couple of things here on my list. I attended the PTSA council meeting here, and we had a presentation from one of the high schools from the Career Center, and talking about all of the things that they're doing to make sure that our high school students understand, variety of career options. They also have, I guess it'd be college options too, because different colleges come to visit with them, but also trying to bring in other things that kind of fall in line with what we did with the College Career Academy, and in that there are many other professions that desperately need workers that they don't need to go to four-year colleges for, so trying to bring some of those in. And showing how all of this aligns up with the things that the students are taking, their interest type surveys and this type of thing, and how they're lining all that up, and went through some of that for the parents there. So it was very interesting to see the changes just since my last two graduated that we're making on that. So it was a very interesting presentation. I also had a chance to attend, I think they call it STEAM at Poplar Bridge, the STEAM rally, and that particular day, the speaker was someone from the 9 Mile Creek watershed that presented to the students about water and how what goes down their street and into the sewer system and where it goes and all that kind of stuff, and just talked about things that get in there and pollution and that type of thing. So it was a interesting presentation for the kids there. I also had a chance to attend the National Honor Society's ceremony at Kennedy High School. And I also managed to go to both homecoming dances in the last week. That was interesting. Mr. Bennett also went to Jefferson, since he's not going to speak. So it was nice to see the kids and all the parent volunteers at both of those. So, staff and families there making sure that our children were safe and having a good time. So it was a great event. That's it. Thank you, Superintendent.
Thank you. Administration requests a motion to establish a school board retreat on Monday, October 15th at 6 p.m. at the chamber offices. The topic is long-range facility planning.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's it?
No, two more things.
okay. Thought
I
you said-
periodically meet with city council members. This morning I met with Patrick Martin, and we had a great conversation. I'll be meeting with other city council members in the coming weeks. Today I attended the Valley View Middle School Building Leadership Team meeting. I'm there to listen and learn and see how it can help, and I think there's some things we identified of how we can help them in their work. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
All right. All right, anyone else report? All right, any other business before the board? All right, this meeting is adjourned.